Ang pag-umpisa po ng taong 2024 ay hindi lamang isang pagbabago ng kalendaryo, kundi isang pagkakataon upang magsimula ng mas mataas at maayos na antas ng ating emosyon. Dahil ang pagkakaroon po ng positibong pananaw sa buhay ay maaari po nang maging pundasyon ng isang makabuluhang taon.
Kung kaya't kaugnay yan, para bigyan tayo ng inspirasyon at tips sa pagtahak sa bagong taon, ay makasama natin ngayong umaga ang NLP trainer na si Miss Cherry Africa. Good morning, Miss Cherry, and welcome po sa Rise and Shine Pilipinas.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for having me here.
Good morning, Ms.
Good
Cherry.
morning. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
First of all, ano ba yung NLP? Tell us about that.
NLP stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming.
Okay.
It's a very technical word, pero it just means it's the study of human behavior, it's the study of our mindset, of our beliefs, para katulong natin siya sa pag-achieve ng ating mga goals natin.
Ayun. Okay. Ano ba ang iyong rekomendasyon sa pagsisimula ng taong ito para mas maging makabuluhan? At kung nasa maayos na estado kami at the start of the year.
So, kailangan fresh start tayong lahat, di ba? It is actually a chance for us to do a do-over. Kung we did a very good year last year, kailangan better version of ourselves, better versions of our targets. No, if we were struggling, siguro it's also a good time to strive to thrive naman, no? To strive to thrive. So, ang aking recommendation basically is number one is to just try and have a goal. Importante yan, goal setting. Para we know where to go, alam natin kung ano yung purpose natin. It will be our source of motivation.
Yung
Okay.
ba nga sabi maganda isulat mo daw yung mga goals mo?
Oo, dapat. Oo, yes. Kailangan isusulat mo. Kasi minsan makakalimutan mo eh. Lalo na pag naging mahirap yung sitwasyon, naging marami tayong problema, di ba? If there are so many interferences and roadblocks ahead of us, we tend to forget kung ano yung goal natin. Naalala natin yung problema, hindi natin naalala kung ano yung goal. So pag isulat natin, hindi lang yung goal dito, Dayan, no? Isulat din natin lahat ng interferences, lahat ng mga possible roadblocks, lahat ng pwedeng maging mali, lahat ng sponsors natin, no? So that we will always remember.
Okay, not all people kasi are able to remove themselves from the negativities and the problems. Sometimes,
mahirap din kasi
pinoproblema natin ang problema. Hindi na solusyonan kung ano, or iniisip ang solusyon sa problema. Pero how are we going to make sure na maaari nating baguhin yung ating mindset para mas maging positive sa kabila ng mga hamon sa buhay natin?
Yes, ang mindset natin, iniisip natin, for example, you're saying, kapag may negative feelings tayo, ang hirap maging, ma-release and ma-feel yung freedom eh. So it is so important that number one is, kailangan yung mindset nag-change. No, we need to believe we could change our mindset. We need to believe we have the capacity to take charge of our lives, of our beliefs, no? So that's very important na kailangan lang alam natin kung ano yung dapat na correct mindset so that we could get to our goals. We could be flexible, no? Kung ano yung plano natin, may mga things na pwedeng mag-change. Just be flexible, adapt to the changes, and then focus on your goals, and then chances are, no, we could get there. Kasi ang success naman, biology yan eh. We have in our bodies, in our psychology, all the reasons to succeed. We have our brains, no, we have our hearts, we have our gut, lahat yan, no. These are all our organs that supporting us to achieve our goals.
Pero kasi in layman's term, kumbaga, parang kung samasa ka, karamihan sa mga problema pag tinanong mo sila pera. So, how do we manage that part na parang ano ba to? Magkakapera kaya mo? Ano ba gawin kong paraan para magkapera ako? How am I going to have a positive mindset out of the money problem?
Yes, number one is kailangan important na alam natin kung ano yung meaning ng pera sa atin, di ba? Kasi ang pera means to an end yan eh. Number one, ano muna yung pinaka-goal natin? We want money to help us buy our houses. We want money to help us raise a great family, di ba? We want money to give us happiness. Yun yung meaning niya, no? And there are so many other options or so many other sources of all of these things that we want. So, kailangan rin natin alamin so that when we get stuck with money issues, alam natin may source of happiness pa rin naman ako. Here's my family, di ba? I have work, no? I could be grateful about that. As we work on, giving us a little bit more abundance in terms of money.
Okay.
And then, siyempre, yung money, kailangan meron din tayong goal dyan, no? Alam natin kung magkano yung gusto natin kitain, no? It has to be realistic, a little bit stretched na nare-release niya yung best versions natin so that pag natawid natin ito at nagkuha natin yung goal natin, alam natin, hindi lang ako nagkaroon ng pera, naging better person pa ako. And that is a source of motivation so that the next year, or the next time we set up our goals, meron tayong motivation to write bigger, higher, better goals then.
Ayun. Alam mo, marami sa atin excited for this fresh start.
Of course,
Parang
of course.
nakikita ko nga sa Facebook, parang let's claim this 2024.
Yes.
Pero yung iba, nababalo sila ng anxiety at stress sa pag-start ng taon. Baka hindi nila, because of uncertainties of
Yes,
course.
correct.
Ano ba yung mga effective na paraan para malabanan itong stress na ito at anxiety?
Yan, stress, anxiety. Stress has a source, no? I'm stressed about my work, I'm stressed about my problems. Pero ang anxiety, minsan kahit walang stressors, no, we just worry and worry and we worry until pagka nagkaroon na ng sobrang daming worry, nagkakaroon tayo ng amygdala hijack, yung brain natin na hijack, and then hindi na tayo nagmo-move on, no? Hindi na tayo gumagalaw. And when we don't progress as a human being, that's a source of demotivation. So, lahat ng negativity, nagpa-pile up lang, no? Nag-stack lang siya. So, in order for us to combat anxiety, number one, is to really have a positive mindset. And it may be old-fashioned to say, we have to believe in ourselves. Kaya natin yan, no? We have the capacity to actually overcome. Minsan, mas nagiging challenging lang. To have a plan, that is also a way to combat anxiety, no? To have good energy, kailangan meron tayong reservoir ng energy para meron tayong pagkukunan kapag medyo parang feeling negative na tayo. And it's also important that we wake up early every morning so that we also, tinatawag natin self-love, no? Care for ourselves. No? Kasi pag umaga, ang gulo-gulo na, how we do our morning is how we do our day. So, importante rin that we also plan our mornings.
Yan, buti na maaga tayo gumigising, ano?
Oo naman,
Rise and
narinig niya ako
shine.
ngayon eh.
Kumbaga,
Kumbaga yung routine natin
Oo,
na every
nandun,
morning we wake up and it's
nandun.
something that we're looking forward to be very productive, ganyan. Pero on the other hand, aside doon sa mga nai-stress, meron mga tao na talagang mataas yung kanilang boost sa kanilang sarili. We have this what we call self-confidence and
Yes.
self-belief. So what could be your advice para doon naman sa mga taong ito na talagang mataas yung level ng kanilang self-confidence and self-belief?
You just carry on, di ba? We need to make sure that we're confident that we will reach our goal. Kasi kailangan natin yan, di tayo natitinag eh. A lot of people think na kapag confident ka, mayabang ka. Iba yun. In fact, to me, it's the opposite. Self-confidence, really believing in your authentic self na kaya ko, I can do it, and there's also a lot of humility in self-confidence, no? So, ako, just carry on, whatever is that source of confidence, anchor on that, and make sure that it sustains you through the journey.
Okay. Ms. Cherry, ano po itong tinatawag na three wise men?
Yung three wise men, medyo na-invento namin na word yan kasi we're saying you need to take care of yourself. Diba? Three wise men means yung mga men, no? Amen, lumen, numen, no? Which means, amen, we take care of our heart. Diba? Our heart is a source of our compassion and passion, no? Kapag nag-heartbroken tayo, nawawala yung mga sources of strength natin in terms of our feelings, no? Yung numen naman is we take care of our mind so that parate bright siya, no? We need to make sure that we continue to read books, no? We continue to actually just feed on this wisdom. We continue to look for lessons from all of our problems. And then, yung lumen naman is we feed our body so that our body is bright. So that pag nakita tayo ng tao, when we interact, when we engage, para tayong bright light, no? Sunshine tayo. Hindi lang sa umaga, but sunshine tayo the whole day through. So it's the three wise men. You could feed it like through exercise, by reading a lot of books, by doing your gratitude, all of these things. So that fed yung body natin that supports our goal.
Okay. And of course, you have this book, When the Heart Attacks.
Everything
falls into place. So, this book is all about para kanino to and what are the emotions featured on this book?
Correct. When the heart attacks, everything falls into place. Today, we are saying, for example, kapag nagde-decide ka, kapag nag-lead ka, huwag mo masyadong gamitin ng puso mo, gamitin mo utak mo. On the contrary, it is important that you look at your heart, yung puso natin, kasangga natin yan, alay natin yan, di ba? A lot of times, we associate our hearts with negative emotions, no? Anxiety, stresses, yung mga yan. Pero yung heart natin is the source of positive, great, super emotions, no? The joy, the hope, the awe, the enthusiasm, the inspiration, galing yan sa heart. Now, the book that I've written, When the Heart Attacks, Everything Falls into Place, means if we understand what are the right emotions that's going to actually feed our goals, then we could actually get to our success faster. So maraming in-between emotions yan, maraming mga new words na matututunan ng mga readers natin, hindi lang yung joy. Kasi when you talk about joy, I am feeling depressed, for example, I'm feeling anxious, joy seems to be so far-fetched na parang hindi mo kayang ma-attain. So there are in-between emotions that you could actually look into, train yourself. It's also skill, manage your state so that you are always at the best state when you actually attack any problems at any given point in time.
Okay. May pahabol na akong tanong kasi iba, marami talagang naging festive ang holiday season, pero may iba na may mga hindi magandang nangyari sa kanila nitong holiday. At ang hirap magsimula ng taon, nang may masamang nangyari sa buhay mo. Like for instance, December.
Mga namatayan.
Oo. Paano yung pag-manage ng emotions nila ng gano'n?
We start with the mindset, no? these are all situations that happen to us. It's important for us to have the right mindset and to ask ourselves, ano ba ang positive intentions ng mga problema natin? Kasi, syempre, may problema tayo, pero ano yung lessons na binibigay niya sa atin? What is it making us become, do? Because of all of these problems, kunwari nagkaroon tayo ng problema sa relationships, ano ba yung sinasabi niya about ourselves? It's also a chance for us to discover ourselves. So, the best way to actually overcome all of these things that's happening to us is to have the right mindset. Para alam natin, we could actually bounce back. A bad day is not a bad week. No? We
Yeah, I'm sorry. So parang we always choose positivity, but are we still acknowledging the emotions, yung bigat na dinadanas natin? Kasi I think on my end, personally, baka ako lang sana hindi isolated case, may mga taong hindi rin talaga basta nakakaroon ng mindset out of
Yes.
those kinds of problems that are really dreadful para sa
Correct.
kanila. So, anong pwedeng gawin? Kasi parang kung maging positive lang ako, there is a chance that I would remove the negative emotions and thus, I am invalidating that.
Yes, thank you. Everyone, no, every one of us, na feel natin yung negative emotions, it's very important we validate that. That's part of our self-discovery. From all of these problems, we're able to gather yung mga deepest resources natin. Meron pala akong strength na ganito. When we talk about positivity, we're not even talking about toxic optimism na parang dapat parate positive thinking tayo. Positivity means that I'm just moving forward. So anger can be positive. If I acknowledge, nagagalit ako pero I'm gonna move forward from that, it's also a positive emotion. So hindi, even sadness can be a positive emotion, no? Kasi it tells us something. For as long as we're moving forward, we're not stuck in a particular situation, we give our souls and our bodies the time, no? The pause that we need, mag-cry, no? And then move on from that. That's also positive.
Okay, well, malaking bagay po itong mga tips na ibinigay niyo po sa amin sa pagsimula ng 2024.
Yes.
Thank you very
Thank
much
you so
po
much, Diana.
for your time and for your inputs. Miss Cherry Africa, isang NLP trainer. Again, Happy New Year po
Happy
sa
New
inyo.
Year
Thank
sa inyong
you.
lahat.